Hello and welcome to Deep Dive from SmartBookWorms, where we dive deep into recently released books from authors you love to read. My name is Claire, your virtual book guru. In today's episode, we'll be diving deep into a deep dive for the newly released books hitting the shelves this week. Today, I'm accompanied by the seasoned virtual book guru, Kris Stopher. So let's dive deep into today's deep dive, our pick of the week, part number 46, for Tuesday, 12th November.
Part 1. Adventures in Fiction, exploring the genre through upcoming releases. While we do not explicitly define the adventure novel genre, we do offer numerous examples of books that could fall under this category. Examining the descriptions of these novels, some common elements of adventure fiction emerge. Exotic locales. Adventure novels often transport readers to far-flung and exciting destinations. For example, Desolation Code takes readers to the Indian Ocean, where the protagonists face biohacked sea locusts, a runaway AI system, and a cult of cloned men. High-stakes action. The books emphasize the thrilling action sequences present in many of the books, particularly in thrillers like Desolation Code and To Die For. These novels feature protagonists who are skilled and resourceful, often facing dangerous situations and engaging in chases, fights, and other action-packed scenarios. Mysteries and conspiracies. Many adventure novels involve solving mysteries or uncovering conspiracies. To Die For features a protagonist tasked with protecting a young girl whose parents died under suspicious circumstances, ultimately leading him to a vast conspiracy. Similarly, All's Fair in Love and Treachery involves a woman uncovering the truth behind her fiancé's murder, a journey that entangles her in a web of secrets and political intrigue. Personal growth and transformation. While action and excitement are central to adventure fiction, the books highlight the personal journeys of the characters. In Big Breath In, a retired marine biologist with terminal cancer embarks on one last adventure, finding connection and purpose in the face of loss. This suggests that adventure novels can also explore themes of self-discovery and resilience. Blending genres. The novels demonstrate that adventure novels can encompass elements of other genres. For example, The Legacy of Arniston House blends urban fantasy with mystery and adventure, while Deadly Animals combines elements of thriller and coming-of-age stories. This suggests that adventure fiction is a versatile genre that can appeal to a wide range of readers. The book's emphasis on themes of change and upheaval further suggests that adventure novels often explore how individuals and communities navigate disruption and adapt to new realities. This could involve facing external threats, confronting personal challenges, or grappling with social and political changes.
Part 2. A look at Irish fiction. Insights from upcoming releases. While the books primarily focus on new releases across various genres, one does offer a glimpse into contemporary Irish fiction through a few notable examples. These selections highlight some key characteristics and trends within Irish literature. Focus on social and political realities. Irish fiction often engages with the country's complex history and contemporary social issues. Cross, by Austin Duffy, set in Northern Ireland during the final days of the Troubles, exemplifies this tendency. The novel explores the lasting impact of conflict on a community and individuals as they navigate the transition towards peace. This focus on the psychological and emotional consequences of political turmoil resonates with the broader themes of change and upheaval prevalent in many of the upcoming releases discussed in these books. Exploration of rural life and community dynamics. Irish literature often portrays the intricacies of life in smaller towns and rural communities. Cross, set in the border town of Cross, explores the relationships, secrets, and tensions within a tight-knit community grappling with a history of violence. This emphasis on the nuances of local life and the impact of broader events on individuals and their relationships is a recurring theme in Irish fiction. Emerging voices and debut novels. The books point to a vibrant landscape of new authors contributing to the rich tapestry of Irish literature. Cross marks Austin Duffy's U.S. debut, suggesting a growing international interest in contemporary Irish writers. The inclusion of this debut novel alongside established authors like Richard Price and David Baldacci underscores the dynamic nature of the Irish literary scene and its capacity to captivate audiences beyond its borders. Psychological depth and character-driven narratives. While the books do not provide detailed plot summaries, the description suggests that Irish fiction often prioritizes character development and psychological exploration. Cross is described as a masterful tale of betrayal and violence, hinting at a narrative that goes beyond surface-level action to explore the complexities of human motivations and the impact of trauma on individuals. This focus on the inner lives of characters aligns with the trend observed in other upcoming releases, where personal growth and transformation are central to the narrative. The limited representation of Irish fiction within these books suggests a potential area for further exploration. Investigating a wider range of Irish authors and publications would provide a more comprehensive understanding of the diverse themes, styles, and voices shaping contemporary Irish literature.
Part 3. Elements of mystery and thriller in upcoming book releases. These books, primarily lists of upcoming book releases, offer several examples that blend the elements of mystery and thriller, creating suspenseful narratives that keep readers on the edge of their seats. Unraveling the unknown, a central element of both mystery and thriller, is the presence of an enigma that needs solving. This could be a crime, a disappearance, a hidden truth, or a conspiracy. In many of the books listed, the protagonists find themselves thrust into situations where they must uncover the truth. For instance, in Deadly Animals, a 14-year-old girl with a peculiar interest in decomposition stumbles upon the body of her classmate and gets involved in the investigation. Similarly, in To Die For, the protagonist, while trying to keep a low profile, gets caught up in a complex situation involving a young girl and the suspicious deaths of her parents. Suspense and tension, the books often emphasize the suspenseful nature of these stories. Phrases like chillingly beautiful mystery and high-octane thrillers are used to highlight the gripping nature of these narratives. The descriptions also frequently mention elements that create tension, such as the presence of a dangerous enemy in To Die For, or the psychological trauma and suspicion that plagues the protagonist in April Storm. Psychological complexity. Many of the mystery thrillers highlighted in these books delve into the psychological depths of their characters. For instance, Cross, set in Northern Ireland during the Troubles, explores the lasting impact of conflict on individuals and the community. Similarly, April Storm focuses on a seemingly perfect housewife grappling with past trauma while facing new threats. This focus on the inner lives of characters adds depth to the narratives, allowing readers to connect with their motivations and struggles. Twists and turns. The book suggests that these mystery thrillers often feature unexpected twists and turns, keeping the reader guessing until the very end. The description of To Die For hints at a conspiracy bigger than he ever could have imagined, suggesting that the protagonist will face unexpected challenges and revelations as he investigates. High stakes. In many of these books, the protagonists face high-stakes situations where the consequences of failure are significant. In Desolation Code, for example, the protagonists must stop a runaway AI system and a cult of cloned men, suggesting a global threat with potentially catastrophic consequences. Blending genres. As seen in the previous conversation about adventure novels, many of the mystery thrillers listed in these books incorporate elements of other genres. The Legacy of Arniston House, for example, combines mystery and thriller with supernatural elements and urban fantasy, while All's Fair in Love and Treachery blends historical fiction with romance and mystery. This cross-pollination of genres expands the possibilities of storytelling, offering a wider range of themes and settings for readers to explore.
Part 4. Urban Settings and Societal Reflections, Glimpses into Urban Fiction. While the books do not explicitly categorize any book as urban fiction, certain titles and descriptions hint at elements commonly associated with this genre. Urban fiction often centers on stories set in metropolitan environments, exploring the lives and experiences of characters shaped by the unique dynamics of city life. Lazarus Man, by Richard Price. This novel appears to be the most aligned with the characteristics of urban fiction. Set in East Harlem in 2008, the story revolves around the aftermath of a devastating tenement building collapse. The blurb highlights the book's focus on the intertwined lives of multiple residents, showcasing how their paths intersected before the tragedy and how they cope with the loss and rebuilding in its wake. This emphasis on community, resilience, and the challenges of urban life aligns strongly with common themes in urban fiction. Gritty realism and social commentary, urban fiction frequently explores the realities of city life, including its social issues, economic disparities, and the complexities of diverse communities. Lazarus Man, with its backdrop of a tenement collapse and its exploration of the residents' lives, likely touches upon these themes. The sources describe the novel as a gritty and real portrayal of urban life, suggesting a commitment to authenticity and a willingness to engage with challenging topics. Cross, by Austin Duffy. Although set in a northern Irish border town rather than a major city, Cross shares some thematic similarities with urban fiction. The novel explores the lasting impact of conflict and violence on a community, a theme often present in urban fiction that examines the consequences of social unrest and systemic issues. The blurb describes Cross as a story about the psychological impact of conflict and the challenges of rebuilding lives and communities, elements that resonate with the exploration of social realities often found in urban fiction. Potential for other titles. While not as explicitly connected to urban settings, other titles in these books could potentially touch upon urban fiction themes. To Die For, with its setting in Seattle and its focus on a protagonist seeking to stay hidden from a dangerous enemy, might explore elements of urban crime and the challenges of anonymity in a bustling city. However, without further information about the plot and characters, it remains unclear how prominently urban settings and themes feature in this novel. It is important to note that these summaries primarily provide brief overviews of these books, focusing on their marketing hooks and genre classifications. A deeper analysis of the novels themselves would be necessary to fully determine the extent to which they engage with the conventions and themes of urban fiction.
Part 5. Supernatural Elements in Mystery and Thriller. The summaries, while primarily focused on contemporary fiction across a range of genres, do offer a few examples that blend supernatural elements with mystery and thriller tropes. These stories suggest a growing interest in narratives that explore the boundaries between the real and the unreal, blending suspenseful plots with elements of the uncanny. The Legacy of Arniston House, by T.L. Huchu, this novel, part of the Edinburgh Nights urban fantasy series, explicitly incorporates supernatural elements. The protagonist, Roper, possesses the ability to communicate with the dead, a power that becomes central to the mystery she must unravel. Her investigation into her grandmother's murder leads her into a conflict with a dark cult attempting to resurrect an ancient and powerful force. This blend of murder mystery, family secrets, and a battle against supernatural evil positions the novel firmly within the supernatural thriller category. Deadly Animals, by Marie Tierney. While not explicitly labeled as supernatural, this thriller introduces a protagonist with a peculiar fascination with death and decomposition. Ava, a 14-year-old girl, collects roadkill and studies their decay, a hobby that sets her apart from her peers and hints at a possible connection to the darker aspects of the story. The novel's description emphasizes Ava's unusual interest in the macabre, suggesting that her unique perspective might play a role in solving the mystery of the missing teenagers. While the presence of actual supernatural forces remains ambiguous, the novel's focus on death, obsession, and a teenager navigating the unsettling aspects of mortality creates an atmosphere reminiscent of supernatural thrillers. Potential for supernatural subtext in other titles. While not explicitly stated, other titles in these books could potentially explore supernatural themes or subtext. Shy Creatures, set in a 1960s psychiatric hospital, introduces a mysterious patient who has lived in isolation for decades. This premise could open the door for explorations of psychological disturbances, altered perceptions, or even subtle hints of the uncanny. However, without further information about the novel's plot, it remains unclear whether supernatural elements play a significant role in the narrative. The examples provided in the summaries suggest that the supernatural thriller genre allows authors to explore complex themes related to mortality, the unknown, and the darker aspects of human nature. By blending suspenseful narratives with elements of the supernatural, these stories can tap into primal fears and challenge readers' perceptions of reality.
Part 6. Upcoming book releases, a diverse landscape of genres and themes. The books provide a glimpse into a diverse range of upcoming book releases, spanning various genres and exploring a multitude of themes. From high-stakes thrillers to character-driven mysteries, from explorations of social realities to fantastical adventures, these new releases offer a rich tapestry of storytelling, promising to captivate readers with their unique blend of entertainment and thought-provoking narratives. Thrillers and mysteries dominate the landscape. A significant portion of the upcoming releases falls under the thriller and mystery genres, highlighting the enduring popularity of these categories. These books promise to keep readers on the edge of their seats with their suspenseful plots, unexpected twists, and explorations of the darker aspects of human nature. Desolation Code by Graham Brown. This new installment in the Pneuma Files series, created by Clive Cussler, promises a blend of action, adventure, and technological suspense. The story features biohacked sea locusts, a rogue AI system, and a cult of cloned men, tapping into contemporary anxieties about environmental disaster and the potential dangers of advanced technology. To Die For by David Baldacci, featuring the return of Baldacci's popular character, Travis Devine. This thriller promises a cat-and-mouse chase as Devine tries to stay hidden from a dangerous enemy while protecting a young girl whose parents died under suspicious circumstances. The novel's description suggests a complex conspiracy that will keep readers guessing until the very end. Deadly Animals by Marie Tierney. This mystery thriller introduces a unique protagonist, Ava, a 14-year-old girl with a morbid fascination with death and decomposition. When she stumbles upon the body of a classmate, Ava's unusual hobby becomes intertwined with the investigation, promising a chilling and psychologically complex narrative. April Storm by Leila Meacham. This posthumously published novel explores the darker side of suburban life as a seemingly perfect housewife begins to suspect that someone is trying to harm her and her husband. The story's emphasis on past trauma and psychological suspense creates an unsettling atmosphere that promises to keep readers engaged, exploring social and political realities. Several upcoming releases engage with complex social and political issues, reflecting a trend towards narratives that address contemporary concerns and explore the impact of historical events on individuals and communities. Cross by Austin Duffy. This debut novel, set in Northern Ireland during the final days of the Troubles, examines the lasting impact of conflict on a community and its individuals as they navigate the transition towards peace. The story promises a nuanced exploration of the psychological and emotional consequences of political turmoil, a theme that resonates with current global events. Lazarus Man by Richard Price. This novel, set in East Harlem in 2008, revolves around the aftermath of a devastating tenement building collapse, exploring the interconnected lives of the building's residents and their struggles to rebuild their lives in the face of tragedy. The story offers a glimpse into the realities of urban life, the challenges of poverty and loss, and the resilience of the human spirit, venturing into the supernatural and fantastical. For readers seeking a departure from reality, several upcoming releases offer journeys into the realms of fantasy, magic, and the supernatural. These stories provide an escape from the mundane while exploring themes of identity, power, and the battle between good and evil. The Legacy of Arniston House by T.L. Huchu. This installment in the Edinburgh Nights urban fantasy series continues the story of Ropa, a young woman who can communicate with the dead. Ropa finds herself caught in a conflict with a dark cult seeking to resurrect an ancient force, promising a thrilling blend of supernatural elements, mystery, and adventure. Shy Creatures by Claire Chambers. This historical novel, set in a 1960s psychiatric hospital, introduces a mysterious patient who has lived in isolation for decades. While the presence of supernatural elements remains ambiguous in the source descriptions, the novel's setting and premise create an atmosphere ripe for explorations of psychological disturbances, altered perceptions, and the blurring of boundaries between sanity and madness. Diverse voices and storytelling approaches. The upcoming releases showcase a range of authors, both established and emerging, representing diverse voices and storytelling approaches. Debut novels. The inclusion of Cross by Austin Duffy and She's Always Hungry by Eliza Clark, a collection of short stories, highlights the emergence of new voices in the literary landscape. These debut works offer fresh perspectives and unique styles, enriching the tapestry of contemporary fiction. Established authors. The list also features new works from established authors like David Baldacci, Richard Price, and Leila Meacham, demonstrating their continued commitment to captivating readers with their signature styles and engaging narratives. Genre blending. Many of the upcoming releases blur genre boundaries, incorporating elements of multiple categories to create unique reading experiences. All's Fair in Love and Treachery by Celeste Connally, for example, blends historical fiction with romance and mystery, while Big Breath In by John Straley combines elements of mystery, adventure, and heartwarming character studies. This cross-pollination of genres expands the possibilities of storytelling, offering a wider range of themes and settings for readers to explore. Themes of change, disruption, and transformation. As discussed in our previous conversations, a recurring theme across these diverse genres is the exploration of change, disruption, and transformation. Many of the upcoming releases feature characters who are forced to confront challenges, navigate unfamiliar territory, and ultimately undergo significant personal growth. Whether it's the societal upheaval of the Troubles in Cross, the devastating building collapse in Lazarus Man, or the protagonist's confrontation with a dangerous enemy in To Die For, these stories explore how individuals and communities adapt and evolve in the face of adversity. This focus on transformation reflects a broader cultural fascination with narratives that explore resilience, the search for meaning, and the capacity for change in the face of challenging circumstances.
Part 7, A Tapestry of Themes, Exploring the Human Condition in Upcoming Releases. The upcoming book releases featured in this episode present a diverse array of themes, reflecting a broad interest in stories that explore the complexities of the human experience. While each novel offers a unique narrative, several recurring themes emerge, highlighting universal concerns, anxieties, and aspirations. Facing change and upheaval. As noted in our previous conversation, many of the upcoming releases center around characters grappling with disruption, change, and the need to adapt to new realities. This theme manifests in various forms, from societal upheavals to personal tragedies, reflecting a world in flux and a collective anxiety about the uncertainties of the future. Desolation Code plunges readers into a world threatened by environmental disaster and technological disruption, as biohacked locusts and a rogue AI system wreak havoc. Cross explores the fragility of peace and the lasting scars of conflict as a community in Northern Ireland navigates the transition from the Troubles to a hopeful but uncertain future. Lazarus Man examines the aftermath of a catastrophic building collapse, forcing residents to confront loss, rebuild their lives, and find resilience in the face of tragedy. To Die For throws the protagonist, Travis Devine, back into a world of danger and intrigue as he tries to outrun his past while protecting a young girl caught in a web of conspiracy. These narratives offer different perspectives on the theme of disruption, showcasing how individuals and communities respond to challenges, adapt to unforeseen circumstances, and ultimately seek to create meaning and purpose in a world that often feels chaotic and unpredictable, confronting the darker side of human nature. Several upcoming releases peer into the shadowy corners of human behavior, exploring themes of obsession, violence, betrayal, and the struggle for power. These stories delve into the psychological complexities that drive individuals to commit acts of cruelty, deception, and self-preservation. Deadly Animals introduces a protagonist with a morbid fascination with death, suggesting a connection to the darker aspects of the story and raising questions about the boundaries between curiosity and obsession. Cross features a character described as pathological, with deadly marksmanship, symbolizing the persistence of violence even as a community yearns for peace. This character embodies the difficulty of letting go of the past and the challenges of achieving true reconciliation. All's Fair in Love and Treachery thrusts the protagonist into a world of secrets and betrayals as she uncovers the truth about her fiancé's murder and faces the dangers lurking within the aristocracy. April Storm explores the psychological fragility of seemingly perfect lives as a suburban housewife confronts threats to her family and grapples with the resurfacing of past trauma. These narratives offer insights into the complexities of human motivation, reminding readers that even in seemingly idyllic settings, darkness can lurk beneath the surface, seeking connection and purpose. Amidst the turmoil and darkness, many of the upcoming releases also highlight the importance of human connection, the search for purpose, and the resilience of the human spirit. These themes offer a counterpoint to the more unsettling aspects of the stories, reminding readers that even in the face of adversity, hope and meaning can be found. Big Breath In features a terminally ill protagonist who embarks on a final adventure, finding unexpected joy and purpose as she helps others and connects with a quirky cast of characters. This story emphasizes the transformative power of community and the importance of living life to the fullest, even in the face of mortality. The Legacy of Arniston House follows a young woman who must confront a dark legacy while also discovering the full extent of her magical abilities. This narrative blends the fantastical with the personal, exploring themes of self-discovery, family ties, and the battle between good and evil. Shy Creatures focuses on an art therapist who becomes deeply involved in the life of a mysterious patient, blurring the boundaries between helper and helped. This story examines the therapeutic power of art, the complexities of human relationships, and the search for connection in a world often defined by isolation. These narratives highlight the enduring human need for belonging, purpose, and connection, suggesting that even in the face of personal struggles and societal upheaval, the search for meaning and the bonds of community can provide strength and solace. A broader reflection of cultural anxieties and aspirations. The recurring themes in these upcoming releases offer a glimpse into broader cultural anxieties and aspirations. The prevalence of stories dealing with disruption and change reflects a world grappling with rapid technological advancements, environmental concerns, and political uncertainties. The exploration of the darker side of human nature speaks to a fascination with the complexities of motivation, the persistence of violence, and the fragility of societal structures. And the emphasis on connection and purpose suggests a longing for meaning, belonging, and hope in a world that can often feel overwhelming and isolating. By exploring these universal themes through diverse narratives and genres, the upcoming book releases offer readers opportunities to engage with complex issues, confront their own anxieties, and perhaps even find solace and inspiration in the resilience and enduring spirit of the human condition.
Part 8. Beyond the Headlines. Unveiling the Narrative Tapestry. The summaries provide detailed information about several books being released the week of November 11th, offering insights not only into their plots, but also their potential appeal to different readers. Thrillers with a twist, unveiling conspiracies and confronting the past. Desolation Code, the latest installment in the Numa Files series, promises high-stakes action and exotic locales as Kurt Austin and his team face biohacked sea locusts, a rogue AI, and a cult of cloned men. This blend of technological threats and classic good versus evil themes provides a thrilling, thought-provoking read for those who enjoy a side of existential dread with their action. To Die For marks the return of David Baldacci's 620 man, Travis Devine. In this installment, Devine attempts to evade his nemesis, the girl on the train, while protecting a young girl whose parents died under suspicious circumstances. This high-octane thriller promises a classic Baldacci blend of suspense, conspiracy, and a protagonist battling a troubled past, exploring the human cost of conflict and tragedy, journeys of resilience and reconciliation. Cross takes readers to Northern Ireland during the final days of the Troubles. Set in 1994, the story focuses on a community preparing for a ceasefire after decades of conflict. The novel examines the psychological impact of violence and the uncertain path towards peace and reconciliation. The character of Handy Burns, described as pathological with deadly marksmanship, embodies the struggle to let go of the past, even as the world strives to move on. Lazarus Man paints a picture of Harlem in 2008, where a 5-story tenement building collapses, leaving a community devastated. The story follows the lives of multiple residents, showcasing their struggles and resilience as they navigate the aftermath of the tragedy. This novel promises a gritty, realistic portrayal of urban life and the human stories behind headlines. Unveiling the darkness beneath the surface, psychological thrillers, and unsettling tales. Deadly Animals introduces 14-year-old Ava Bonney, whose fascination with roadkill and decomposition hints at a darker side. As teenagers in her town go missing, Ava's unusual hobby becomes entangled with the investigation, creating a chilling and suspenseful read. April Storm focuses on Catherine Walker, a seemingly perfect suburban housewife whose life unravels when she suspects someone is targeting her and her husband. Haunted by past trauma, Catherine's struggle to protect her family and confront her demons creates a psychological thriller that explores the fragility of idyllic lives, embracing life and finding connection, stories of hope, second chances, and unexpected journeys. Big Breath In presents Delphine, a retired marine biologist facing a terminal cancer diagnosis. Witnessing a violent argument and the disappearance of a young mother and child, Delphine embarks on a final adventure to bring them home. This heartwarming mystery focuses on finding connection, purpose, and unexpected joy, even when confronting mortality. Journeying beyond the ordinary, historical mysteries, fantastical adventures, and probing short stories. All's Fair in Love and Treachery places readers in Regency-era London, where Lady Petra Forsyth discovers her fiancé's death was no accident. Tasked by Queen Charlotte to investigate another death, Lady Petra uncovers a web of secrets and political intrigue. This historical mystery promises romance, betrayal, and a strong female protagonist challenging societal expectations. The legacy of Arniston House continues T.L. Huchu's Edinburgh Nights series, following Ropa, a young woman with the ability to speak to the dead. Uncovering a secret about her grandmother and confronting a dangerous cult, Ropa must embrace her magical abilities and navigate a world of darkness and danger. This urban fantasy novel offers a blend of familiar and fantastical elements for fans of the series and newcomers alike. She's Always Hungry, a collection of short stories by Eliza Clark, explores the darker side of human desire, pushing boundaries with tales of obsession, body horror, and unsettling scenarios. This collection promises a thought-provoking and challenging read for those who enjoy fiction that confronts uncomfortable truths about human nature. Shy Creatures invites readers to a 1960s English psychiatric hospital where art therapist Helen Hansford becomes fixated on a mysterious patient with a hidden past. This literary mystery delves into the complexities of human relationships, the fragility of perceptions, and the haunting power of the past.
Part 9. Exploring the world of literary genres. A look at upcoming releases. The summaries highlight a variety of book genres represented in the upcoming releases, showcasing the diversity of stories available to readers. Thrilling escapades and intriguing mysteries. Thriller or adventure. This genre is prominently represented by Desolation Code, the latest in Clive Cussler's Pneuma Files series. Known for its high-stakes action, exotic settings, and blend of technology and adventure, this book promises a thrilling escape for readers seeking excitement and intrigue. Thriller. David Baldacci's To Die For also falls squarely in the thriller genre, featuring a returning protagonist navigating danger, conspiracy, and a relentless nemesis. Domestic thriller or mystery. Leila Meacham's April Storm takes the thriller to a more personal level, exploring the psychological suspense that arises when a suburban housewife's seemingly perfect life is threatened. Mystery. John Straley's Big Breath In offers a heartwarming take on the mystery genre, featuring a terminally ill protagonist embarking on one last adventure to solve a case and find connection. Mystery or thriller. Marie Tierney's Deadly Animals combines the suspense of a thriller with the puzzle of a mystery as a teenager's morbid hobby intersects with a series of disappearances in her town. Historical mystery. Celeste Connally's All's Fair in Love and Treachery transports readers to Regency-era London, where a murder mystery unfolds amidst societal expectations and political intrigue. Journeys into the realms of imagination and history. Supernatural thriller or fantasy. T.L. Huchu's The Legacy of Arniston House blends elements of fantasy, thriller, and supernatural suspense, continuing the author's Edinburgh Nights series. This genre offers a captivating escape for readers who enjoy exploring worlds where magic and reality collide. Historical, a literary mystery. Claire Chambers's Shy Creatures weaves a historical setting with a character-driven mystery, creating an atmospheric and psychologically rich reading experience. Literary explorations of the human condition. Fiction. This broad genre encompasses several books in the sources, each offering a unique exploration of human relationships, emotions, and experiences. Austin Duffy's Cross, set against the backdrop of the Troubles in Northern Ireland, examines the complexities of conflict, peace, and the human cost of violence. Richard Price's Lazarus Man offers a gritty and realistic portrayal of urban life in the aftermath of a tragedy. Fiction of short stories. Eliza Clark's She's Always Hungry falls into the realm of literary fiction, using short stories to explore the darker side of human desires and push the boundaries of conventional storytelling. Genres as windows into diverse experiences. The range of genres represented in the upcoming releases highlights the power of storytelling to transport readers to different worlds, explore complex themes, and connect with characters from all walks of life. Whether seeking a thrilling escape, a thought-provoking literary experience, or a journey into the realms of imagination, readers have a diverse menu to choose from in these new releases.
Part 10. Characters on the Cusp of Transformation, Exploring Journeys of Change. The books offer glimpses into a range of character journeys, highlighting individuals poised for significant transformations as they navigate challenges, confront their pasts, and embrace new possibilities. From vulnerability to agency, embracing strength and defiance. Lady Petra Forsyth, All's Fair in Love and Treachery, initially positioned as a grieving woman in a restrictive society, Lady Petra's discovery of her fiancé's murder propels her into a world of secrets and danger. Tasked by Queen Charlotte with a delicate investigation, she must navigate societal expectations while uncovering the truth. This journey suggests a transformation from a woman bound by societal norms to a cunning investigator, potentially challenging the status quo and claiming her own agency. Facing mortality, finding purpose, inner awakening, and unexpected joy. Delphine, big breath and diagnosed with terminal cancer, Delphine could easily succumb to despair. However, her decision to pursue one last adventure after witnessing a violent incident reveals a woman determined to make the most of her remaining time. Surrounded by an unconventional support system, she embraces a newfound sense of purpose and connection, suggesting an inner awakening and the discovery of unexpected joy amidst adversity. Navigating trauma and identity, confronting the past, shaping the future. Travis Devine, To Die For, returning in this installment of the 620-man series, Devine seeks to evade his past while protecting a young girl. However, the emergence of his nemesis, the girl on the train, forces him to confront his demons. This suggests a journey of grappling with trauma, seeking redemption, and potentially finding a path to healing. Catherine Walker, April Storm. The seemingly perfect facade of Catherine's suburban life crumbles as she faces threats to her family and confronts the resurfacing of past trauma. Her journey hints at a process of uncovering buried secrets, reckoning with emotional wounds, and ultimately finding the strength to protect herself and those she loves. Beyond the surface, hints of transformation in other characters. The books also offer tantalizing hints of transformation in other characters. Ava Bonnie, Deadly Animals. Ava's morbid fascination with death suggests a character grappling with darkness and potentially harboring secrets. As she becomes entangled in the investigation of missing teenagers, her journey may involve confronting her own inner demons and navigating the blurred lines between innocence and guilt. Ropa, The Legacy of Arniston House. As Ropa uncovers a devastating secret about her grandmother, she is thrust into a battle against a dangerous cult. This suggests a journey of embracing her magical abilities, confronting her family's legacy, and ultimately choosing her own path. Helen Hansford, Shy Creatures. Helen's role as an art therapist at a psychiatric hospital positions her as a guide for others' healing. However, her encounter with a mysterious patient with a hidden past suggests a journey of confronting her own vulnerabilities and blurring the lines between therapist and patient. The transformative power of storytelling. The character journeys outlined in these books highlight the diverse ways individuals can grow and evolve in the face of challenges. These journeys offer readers opportunities to explore themes of resilience, self-discovery, and the complexities of the human experience. And there you have it, our pick of the week books for Tuesday, 12th November. Have you read any? If so, drop a comment below and let us know what you thought. And if you haven't, do these highly anticipated new releases sound like a must-read for you? If you enjoyed today's deep dive, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more book deep dives, and share this video with your fellow book lovers. Until next time on Deep Dive with Smart Bookworms, keep reading, keep growing, and we'll see you in the next one.